Hello, awesome students. I'm Miss and welcome to my class. Today, we'll learn about fundamental operations of polynomials. Our objective: learner performs fundamental operations on polynomials. Remember, fundamental operations are the foundation. They are the building blocks for more advanced math. Are you ready? Let's start! Operation on polynomials. So, class, before we start, let us define what is a polynomial. So, polynomials. A polynomial is a mathematical expression that is constructed from one or more variables and constants using only the operations of addition, subtraction, and multiplication. The constants of the polynomials are real numbers, whereas the exponent of the variables are positive integers. Examples of polynomials. We have 28 negative 5y squared, 11a to the fourth minus 7b cubed c, negative 9m minus n to the fifth, and x squared plus 6y minus 3. And now, let's proceed in adding polynomials. To add polynomials, you need to identify the like terms in the given polynomials and then combine them according to the correct integer operations. Example number 1. We have 3y plus 2y. So 3y and 2y are like terms because they have the same variable, which is y. So what you're going to do is just copy the common variable y and then just add 3 plus 2. So 3 plus 2, we have 5. So the answer is 5y. Example number 2. 8mn squared plus 6mn squared. So our common variables here is mn squared. So just copy that. And then 8 plus 6, we have 14. So final answer, 14mn squared. Next, example. We have negative 7ab plus 4ab. So our common variables here is ab, just copy. And then negative 7 plus 4. Negative 7 plus 4, so they have different signs, so we need to subtract it. So 7 minus 4, we have 3. So just copy the sign of the integer with the larger absolute value. So we have here 7. So 7 is greater than 4 and the sign of 7 is negative. So we have here negative 3ab. Next, example number 4. We have 13r to the fourth plus negative 9r to the fourth. Common variables r to the fourth, just copy. And then 13 plus negative 9. They have different sign. We need to subtract. So 13 minus 9, we have 4. And then copy the sign of the larger integer, which is 13, because 13 is greater than 9, and this is positive. So our answer will be positive 4r to the fourth. Next, example number 5. We have negative 2a cubed plus negative 7a cubed. So our common variables here is a cubed. So let's add 2 plus 7 because they have the same sign. So 2 plus 7, we have 9, and then just copy the same sign, which is negative. So we have here negative 9a cubed. Example number 6. We have the quantity xy plus 4 plus the quantity 3xy plus 9. So combine similar terms, xy plus 4 and then 3xy plus 9. So we combine the terms with same variables, which is xy, and then we have here we are constants. So we have here, take note class that if you have a variable xy or xa or b, the numerical coefficient of it is 1. So we have here invisible 1. So we have here 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. And then just copy xy, 4xy. Next, 4 plus 9 we have 13, positive 13. So our final answer, 4xy plus 13. Example number 7. I have the quantity n squared plus 4n minus 11 plus the quantity n squared minus 7n plus 6. So we have here n squared plus 4n minus 11 plus n squared plus minus 7n plus 6. So combining similar terms, we have n squared plus n squared. So that is equal to, again, invisible 1. So 1 plus 1, we have 2, and then just copy n squared. We have here 2n squared. Next, positive 4n minus 7n, common variable n. So positive 4 plus negative 7, so they have different signs, so we need to subtract it. 7 minus 4, we have 3, and then copy the sign of the larger integer, which is 7. The sign is negative, so we have negative 3n, and then negative 11 plus 6, again, different sign, subtract. So we have here 11 minus 6, we have 5, and the sign will be negative because of 11. 11 is greater than 6, so we have here negative 5. Final answer, 2n squared minus 3n minus 5. Last example, number 8. We have the quantity 6a squared minus 3b minus 1 plus the quantity negative 2a squared minus 5b plus 8. So combining similar terms, we have here 6a squared plus negative 2a squared. So they have common variable a squared, just copy. And then 6 plus negative 2, different sign, subtract. So 6 minus 2, we have 4. Positive because 6 is greater than 2 and 6 here is positive. So 4a squared. Next, negative 3b plus negative 5b. So common variable b. And then same sign, so we need to add 3 and 5, so that is 8, and then copy the same sign. We have negative 8b. Next, negative 1 plus 8. So we have here different signs, so we need to subtract it. 8 minus 1 equals 7, and then copy the sign of the larger integer, which is 8. So we have here positive 7. Final answer, 4a squared minus 8b plus 7. So let's now proceed in subtracting polynomials. To subtract polynomials, first reverse the sign of each term. We are subtracting. In other words, turn positive into negative and negative into positive, then add as usual. So we need to change the sign of all the terms in the subtrahend and then proceed in addition. So for example, number 1, we have 7b minus 3b. So we have here 7b, just copy, and then 3b will become negative 3b, and then proceed in addition. So common variable b, and then different signs, subtract. So 7 minus 3, we have 4. Copy the sign of the larger integer, which is 7. So we have 4b. Next, 2. We have negative 5e squared minus 14e squared. So copy negative 5e squared. Positive 14e squared becomes negative 14e squared, and then put it in addition. So common variable is a squared. So we have here negative 5 plus negative 14. So let's add because they have same sign. So 5 plus 14, we have 19 and then copy the same sign, negative. So we have here negative 19 is squared. Example number 3. We have negative 17xy minus negative 17xy. So copy negative 17xy. Negative 17xy here will become positive and then proceed in addition. So we have here common variables xy and then negative 17 plus 17. So we have here different sign. We need to subtract it. 17 plus 17, 17 minus 17, we have 0. So we have here 0. So we don't write 0xy. It will become 0. It's simply 0. Okay, next example 4. We have 21mn squared minus negative 14mx squared. So just copy the first 21mn squared. Negative 14mn squared will become positive and then proceed in addition. So now let's add. So common variables mn squared and then 21 plus 14 we have 35. So 35 mn squared. Next, example number 5. I have here 42a cubed b minus negative 18a cubed b. So just copy the first one. So 42a cubed b. And then change the sign of negative 18a cubed b. So it will become positive. And then proceed in addition. So 42 plus 18, we have 60. And then just copy a cubed b. We have 60a cubed b. Example number 6. We have 5d plus 7 minus the quantity 2d minus 3. So we have here 5d plus 7 and then 2d minus 3. So we have here. So if you can see, 2d will become negative and then negative 3 will become positive and then proceed in addition. So we have here 5d plus negative 2d, so subtract it. So 5 minus 2, we have 3d. And then 7 plus 3, we have 10. Final answer, 3d plus 10. Next, example number 7. The quantity 3mn minus b minus 12 minus the quantity 4mn minus 9b minus 8. So combining similar terms fast. So if you can see, 4mn will become negative 4mn, negative 9b becomes positive, and then negative 8 becomes positive 8, and then proceed in addition. So 3mn plus negative 4mn, so common variables mn. 3 plus negative 4, we have different signs. Subtract 4 minus 3, that is 1. And then copy the sign of the larger integer, which is negative 4. So negative ang sign natin dito. So we have here negative mn. So we don't need to write 1 here. So it is understood that there is 1, invisible 1. So you don't need to write 1. So next, negative p plus 9p. So again, invisible 1 here. So we have here different sign. So subtract 9 minus 1, we have 8. Copy the sign of the larger integer. So we have here positive 8p. Next, negative 12 plus positive 8. Different sign again. Subtract. So 12 minus 8, 4. Copy the sign of the larger integer. So we have here negative. So final answer, negative mn plus 8b minus 4. Example number 8. So the quantity 6a to the fourth minus 3b minus 5 minus the quantity 13a to the fourth minus 5b plus 4. So combining similar terms, again, we will proceed in addition, but change the sign of the subtrahend. So negative 13a to the fourth, positive 5b, and then negative 4. So we have here similar variables. So a to the fourth. So 6 plus negative 13, different signs subtract. So 13 minus 6, we have 7. So I have here negative because 13 is greater than 6. So negative 7a to the fourth. Next, negative 3 plus 5. So we have a different sign again. Subtract 5 minus 3, we have 2. So positive 2 because 5 is greater than 3. So then we have 2b. And then negative 5 plus negative 4. So same sign. So just add 5 plus 4, 9. And then copy the same sign, negative. So final answer, negative 7a to the fourth plus 2b minus 9. So now, let's proceed in multiplying polynomials. To multiply polynomials, we use the distributive property whereby the first term in one polynomial is multiplied by each term in the other polynomial. The resulting polynomial is then simplified by adding or subtracting identical terms. You should note that the resulting polynomial has a higher degree than the original polynomials. Note, to multiply variables, you multiply their coefficients and then add exponents. So let's have the example number 1. We have negative 8m times 5m. So we have here negative 8 times positive 5, so that is negative 40. And then m times m, so we have here invisible exponent 1. So m times m, so just add 1 plus 1, we have 2. So we have negative 40 m squared. Example number 2. 7ab squared times 6b cubed c. So multiply 7 times 6, we have 42. A, so no a here. So just copy a, and then b squared times b cubed, we have b to the fifth because 2 plus 3. And then just copy c. So our final answer will be 42a, b to the fifth, c. Example number 3. Negative 4e cubed times negative e to the fourth f squared. So I have here negative 4 times negative 1, again invisible 1 here as your numerical coefficient. So that is positive 4. E cubed and then times e to the fourth, so it will become e raised to 7. And then just copy f squared. So final answer, 4e raised to the 7th power f squared. Example number 4. Negative 15m cubed n to the fourth times the quantity negative 3mn plus 4. So we distribute here negative 15m cubed n to the fourth in negative 3mn and positive 4. So first, negative 15 times negative 3, and then we have here positive 45. Negative times negative positive, and then m cubed, and then m here, so invisible 1 as your exponent, so magiging m to the fourth, and then n to the fourth, and then n to the fifth. So we have here positive 45 m to the fourth n to the fifth. And then next, we have negative 15 times positive 4. We have negative 60. So negative times positive is negative, and then 15 times 4, we have 60. So no variables here, so just copy this one. So we have here negative 60 n cubed n to the. Okay, next. Example number 5. We have 10xyz times the quantity negative 11x cubed y squared plus 9z. So we have here 10 times negative 11, so that is negative 110. And then x, look for x, so it will become x to the fourth, 1 and then 3, x to the fourth, y and y squared, y cubed, and then just copy z. So we have here negative 110, x to the fourth, y cubed, z. Then next, 10 times 9, we have positive 90, and then just copy xy, and then z will become z squared. So positive 90 xy z squared. So final answer, negative 110 x to the fourth y cubed z plus 90 xy z squared. Next, example number 6. We have negative 8a to the fifth b to the fourth times the quantity ab plus 6a to the fifth minus 7b to the sixth. So we have here negative 8 times invisible 1 again, so positive 1. So we have here negative 8, a to the fifth, and then a, it will become a to the sixth, and then b to the fourth, and then b to the fifth. We have here negative a to the sixth, b to the fifth. Next, negative 8 times positive 6, so we have here negative 48, and then a to the fifth, a to the fifth, a to the 10th, and then just copy b to the fourth. And then the last one, we have negative 8 times negative 7, so we have here negative 56, and then a to the fifth, just copy, b to the fourth, b to the sixth, so we have here b to the 10th plus 6. So final answer, we have negative 8a to the 6th, b to the 5th, minus 48a to the 10th, b to the 4th, and 56a to the 5th, b to the 10th. Okay, examples number 7, we have the quantity 4r plus 12 times the quantity 5r squared minus 3. So we have here binomial times a binomial, so we can use the FOIL method. So we have here the first term, 4r times 5r squared. So 4 times 5, we have 20, and then r times r squared, we have here r cubed, 20r cubed. And then the outer term, 4r times 3, we have here 12r, negative 12r, because positive times negative, negative. And then the inner term, plus inner term, we have here 12 times 5r squared. So we have here 12 times 5, 60, and then just copy r squared, positive 60r squared. And then the last term, 12 times negative 3. So we have here negative 36. So if you can see, class, I arranged the exponent from greatest to least, or descending order, decreasing order. So our final answer will be no similar terms. So just bring down all the terms here. We have here 4 terms. So 20 r cubed plus 60r squared minus 12r minus 36. That is our final answer. Last example for multiplying polynomials. Example number 8. We have here the quantity 7h to the 5th minus 5 times the quantity 4h to the 5th minus 3. So we have here the first term. 7 times 4, we have 28h to the 10th. 5 plus 5, 10. The outer term, 7h to the 5th times negative 3, we have negative 21h to the 5th. And then inner term, negative 5 times 4h to the 5th. So negative 5 times 4, negative 20h to the 5th. So tapat ko lang siya dito, class, because they are similar terms. They have the same variable, h to the 5th. And then the last term, negative 5 times negative 3, we have positive 50. So now let's add. So just bring down 28h raised to 10. And then negative 21 plus negative 20. So they have the same sign. So just add and then copy the same sign. We have 1h to the 5th. And then bring down plus 15. So final answer, 28h to the 10th minus 41h to the 5th plus 15. Dividing polynomials. To divide polynomials, divide each term of the polynomial with a given monomial. So let's have example number 1. 9b plus 3b. So in dividing polynomials, take note, class, that if in multiplying, the exponents are added, in dividing, we need to subtract the exponent. So in this case, we know that 9 divided by 3 is 3, and then b divided by b. So that is invisible 1 here, exponent invisible 1. So 1 minus 1, we have 0. So b raised to 0 is equal to 1. So 1 times 3, we have 3. So our answer is 3. So take note that if you want to check your answer, it is correct. So you can multiply 3b times 3. So the resulting answer here is 9b. So 3b times 3, 9b. So babalik tayo. Okay, next, example number 2. We have negative 10b to the 5th divided by negative 5b squared. So we have here negative divided negative positive. 10 divided by 5, 2. And then d to the 5th over d squared. So 5 minus 2, 3. So we have here 2d cubed. Example number 3. We have 28mn cubed divided by negative 4mn. So positive divided by negative is negative. 28 divided by 4 is 7. And then m, cancel na tong m. Kasi 1 minus 1, 0 na. And then n cubed over n. So this is 1. So 3 minus 1, 2. So our answer will be negative 7 n squared. So if you check that, so negative times negative positive, 4 times 7, 28. M times, wala naman dun. So m and then n times n squared, n cubed. So babalik po tayo ng pag-check nyo. Okay po. Next, example number 4. Negative 27e to the 6, f to the 8 divided by 3e squared, f squared. So negative divided by positive is negative. 27 divided by 3 is 9. So e raised to 6 over e squared. So 6 minus 2, it will become e to the 4th. And then f to the 8, and then f squared. So f to the 6. So we have here negative 9 e to the 4th, f to the 6. Again, let's try to check. So 3 times negative 9, negative 27. E squared e to the 4th, e to the 6. Check. F squared, f to the 6, f to 8. So that is correct. Example number 5. We have 20a cubed b squared plus 15a squared b cubed divided by negative 5ab. So we have 20 divided by negative 5, so negative 4, a cubed and then a squared, and then b squared over b, we have b. So we have here negative 4a squared b. Next, 15a squared b cubed divided by negative 5ab. So we have 15 divided by negative 5 is negative 3. A squared over a is a, and then b cubed over b is b squared. So we have negative 3a b squared. So let's try to check our answer if this is correct. So negative 5 times negative 4, we have 20. A and a squared, a cubed. Then b times b squared. So bumalik tayo doon. And then negative 5 times negative 3, positive 15. A times a squared. B and b squared, we have b cubed. So this is correct. Next, example number 6. We have 22x raised to 9, y raised to 8 plus 11x cubed y squared divided by 11x cubed y squared. So we have here 22 divided by 11 is 2. Then subtract natin yung exponent. 9 minus 3, we have 6. So we have x raised to 6. And then 8 minus 2, we have 6 also. So we have here 2x to the 6, y to the 6. And then 11x cubed y squared divided by 11x cubed y, 11x cubed y squared. So 11 divided by 11 is 1. X cubed over x cubed. So 3 minus 3, that is 0. So it simply cancel out. So cancel out x cubed and then y squared because they will become 0. So our answer will be 1. So final answer, 2x raised to 6, y raised to 6 plus 1. Next, example number 7. We have negative 6z raised to 7 minus 14z raised to 5 plus 8z raised to 4 divided by 2z squared. So negative 6 divided by positive 2. So we have negative 3. 7 minus 2, we have z to the 5th. So negative 3z. And then negative 14z to the 5th divided by 2z squared. So that is negative 7z, 5 minus 2, 3. So negative 7z cubed. And then 8z to the 4th divided by 2z squared. So we have here 8 divided by 2, 4. So 4 minus 2, we have here 2. So we have positive 4z squared. Final answer, negative 3z to the 5th minus 7z cubed plus 4z squared. So let's check if our answer is correct. So 2 times negative 3, we have negative 6. Check. Z squared, z to the 5th, z to the 7th. 2 times negative 7, negative 14. Check. 7 cubed, 7 squared, 7 to the 5th. And then 2 times 4, 8. Z squared, z squared, z to the 4th. Last one, example number 8. 3p to the 5th q squared plus 6p cubed q to the 4th minus 18p cubed to the 5th divided by negative 3p cubed squared. So we have here 3 divided by negative 3 is negative 1. So p to the 5th and then p 5 minus 1, we have 4. Q squared, so cancel out. So we have here negative p to the 4th. Again, no need to write the 1 here. Next, 6 divided by negative 3, we have negative 2. P cubed over p, so that is 3 minus 1, so p squared. And then q fourth over q squared, so 4 minus 2. So our answer will be negative 2p squared q squared. And then last one, negative 18pq to the fifth over negative 3pq squared. So negative 18 over negative 3, we have positive 6. And then p here will be cancelled out. And then q to the fifth and then q squared, that is q cubed. So we have here, so positive 6 q cubed. So let's check first. So negative 1 times negative 3, positive 3. P to the fourth p, so p to the fifth, q squared. And then next, negative 2 times negative 3, positive 6. And then p squared p, we have p cubed. Q squared, we have q to the fourth. Negative 3 times positive 6, we have negative 18. Just copy p. And then q squared times q to q cubed, we have q to the fifth. So again, final answer, negative p to the fourth minus 2p squared q squared plus 6q cubed. So that's all for today about operations on polynomials. So I hope you have learned something new again. So thank you, class, and goodbye.